Hey guys, so much is going on lately so quickly, and a lot of that has to do with that I've been releasing a lot of music very quickly lately in anticipation of my first real full-length studio album that I've recorded here and in all the homes I've lived in over the past 7 years. And that's coming out this Friday, November 10th, and we're doing a big release show on the 11th. But briefly now, I'd actually like to talk about my release from last Friday, which was called the Princeton E.P. And Princeton is a song I wrote back when I wrote all the songs for the record about a friend. And my songs tend to be introspective. They tend to look into myself more than outward at others when we're looking for blame and when we're looking for self-improvement and all these things. But this was the one song I wrote that was kind of cutting, and it was a little bit mean, and it was very judgmental, and I have my points in it, but it was always such a weird song for me because it wasn't really in step with the rest of my style. So, you know, it would be on the album, it's off the album, and eventually it ended up on the record. So it is Princeton, the song, is going to be on my album. I can sincerely say I've tried. But when I wanted to release it as a single, it kind of expanded into a little thematic EP of its own. And there's a song that I started years ago and finished this year called Braided, which is sort of made me more comfortable with the song because it's a more mature look back on how friendships fall apart and time passes. And so that kind of addresses, the first song is this very bitter, angry song, and the next one is sort of about accepting that sometimes friendships don't work out and you guys move on, and sometimes you even come back together, and kind of expressing all that drama. And then while I was recording that, while the tape was still rolling on Braided, I actually improv'd a new song, and then I said, well, that's gotta be the ender for the EP. And so I took a minute and I redrafted it and fixed it up, and within a half an hour, I had done a live take and recorded a song I call CVS, which was sort of the icing on the cake of talking about nostalgia and time passing and this just sort of melancholy and sadness for what you've lost, and it's the part of moving on that's hard to do. It's the accepting that certain things are gone. And beyond that, the album's capped off by split into two parts, an instrumental intro and outro called The Cathedral, which started out as a frankly just a tone test for this sort of crazy rig I was doing with a stereo pedal and preamps and stuff to get the guitar sound for Princeton. And I used to listen to the sound test on Instagram once in a while, and I said, you know, I should use that. So the intro and outro is that, and then there's some thematic interstitial ambience like I like to do on my records that was actually recorded in the places that these songs are about. And so if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I hope it's relatable to everyone. I really hope it's not just me crying about my life, and that you guys understand what I'm saying and it moves you about your life. So thanks for listening. I love you guys. Check out the Princeton EP. Check out the singles. When the Woods Whisper, which I reworked from 2016 and put together, and Matt Montagano does drums for that fantastically. Easy, which Matt Montagano added drums to this year and that we fixed up. And Love I Shouldn't Feel and Friends I Shouldn't Have, another single that's already out for the record you should listen to as well, which I believe Max Bizarak does drums for, and it's really killer. We worked together trying to get a drum hook out of him, and he came up with something really cool with me. And of course I'm sitting there making noises at him like I do at drummers, and they love that. And he figured out what I was going for and put his flourishes on it. And then Michaela Bandemer doing wicked violin on Love and Friends, as well as Easy. Pat Oberstadt does bowed and plucked bass, I think, on Easy, and did a little improv as well to help me arrange that. And who else? Rob Birnbaum, the only vocal feature on the album. He does backup vocals that I wrote for him for Love I Shouldn't Feel and Friends I Shouldn't Have. So thank you for sticking around for this whole video. I know I tend to ramble a bit and I don't like to edit, but yeah, so I really hope everyone's excited. I can sincerely say I've tried has been, and the record name is really how I feel about the record. But you know, I don't know what you're gonna think of it. I think I really nailed what I was going for. Who knows whether that connects with other people, but it really is about childhood, adolescence, coming of age, and everything that you go through in your journey into your 20s, out of your teens, and that whole experience, going from that mystique of childhood and everything seeming so small and magical up to finding out kind of what's wrong and, you know, how shitty you can be and how shitty other people can be and how life can really trouble you. And then I hope that by the end of the album, it feels like there's some sunshine at the end of that tunnel and some beauty and some things to help you through it. So thank you to anyone who's helped me make these records, people who've come out to my shows, people who've listened to what I do. Show's going to be great. We have a lot of people coming out. It's at Lower Forge Brewery in 14 South Main Street, Medford, New Jersey. It's the spot where I also host an open mic every Friday. So I'm hosting the open mic this Friday the 10th, and then on November 11th, Saturday, at 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Nick Oriole's going to play a set. Rob Birnbaum's going to play a set. I'm going to play the whole record with Matt and Michaela. And we're going to jump around on each other's sets a bit, and it's going to be really cool. And I made all kinds of merch with my sister. She was really helpful. And I want to thank her for helping me, and her husband JC for helping me come out here and finish this record when I was having trouble working on it all these years, finding time and inspiration, and helping me. We're gonna have CDs, shirts, hats, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, we're trying to sell it pretty cheap, you know, just a little bit more than how much we paid to make the stuff, just so we don't go broke. And I don't know, we might bake brownies and some crabs so you guys have some free food. But the place is selling great beer and stuff. It's not 21 plus though. You can come, but not drink obviously if you're under 21. And it's bring your own food as well, the venue. So it might be a little packed. It's not the biggest room in the world, and it sounds like everyone invited everyone they ever met. But yeah, I really hope you guys come out and maybe buy a CD. And even if you don't want to pay for anything, look, my music's online. If you have Spotify or something, it's free. If you want to go to Bandcamp, I let you at least stream it a few times free, if not infinite. And it's pay what you want on Bandcamp. So if you want to get the record digitally to download, you can give me like $1. I think they limit it to $1 as minimum. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys Friday. I'll see you guys Saturday, and see you guys in the future.